Before we begin this video, I recommend that you visit google.com and search for dinardata.com. This website is a great resource for the latest updates on Dinar Guru news, all conveniently located on one page. For more information, I encourage you to visit the site.
Alak is stating, "We are constantly reviewing the deletion of the zeros from the dinar and there are no restrictions on our balances in America." So here again he's talking about deletion of the zeros in September 2024 just like he did back in July of 2023. Quote, "The Central Bank of Iraq has reduced reliance on the US dollar in commercial transactions according to the governor of the central bank, adding that the project to remove the zeros in Iraq is under continuous review and study at the bank. It's fascinating to see he's back beating the drum about deletion of the zeros. In Iraq, pay attention to this one. Al-Alak, we are constantly reviewing the deletion of dinar zeros and there are no restrictions on the balances in America. That part no restrictions is telling us that Iraq is in charge of its own money. In this article when you do a deep dive in it, they are doing exactly what they did in Kuwait with the terminology and phrasing and telling us it's time to remove those zeros. In Kuwait they greatly increased the value, they had to turn them in for lower denomination notes or deposit them in banks. Question, so we have to exchange our 25k notes for lower denoms before we exchange? Marks, no, that is how it worked in Kuwait. Next week they have stated they will be announcing the agreed upon actions for the US troop withdrawal. Here is the process of the reinstatement: institute the reforms, the pillars of financial reform, banking, insurance, stock market, get rid of the parallel market and demand for the dollar through the black market, realize the central bank official rate of the dinar and overcome the dollar crisis. Be able to raise the official rate of the dinar against the dollar to a sustainable, realistic rate that reflects the true economy of Iraq, just over $1 in country, conduct the project to delete the zeros, decrease the monetary mass by collecting these large 3-0 notes, stashes/hoards of dinars and dollars. Swap out the currency, watch/monitor for inflationary pressures on the process, reinstate the IQD back to the global currency exchanges EEA. Forex. Not just a placeholder on Forex pointing to ISX but the ability of tradable buy and sell options. The chatter is good and the news out of Iraq is stellar. Lots of meeting going on between now and the 25th. I very much believe that the month of September is still very much in play. Mr. Sami says they are way ahead of what they are telling us but they can't tell you everything. It's all for safety of our country, markets, speculators. Frank, there are many things happening right now that are extremely good for our investment. It may seem like it's so far away but it's actually right in front of us. It's not a mirage and you are already touching it. No restrictions on our balances in America. Al-Alak, the number of bank cards has increased to 19.75 million cards. The crooks are also talking on TV. Every time a commercial comes out, they're saying changing the rate will be a disaster. Frank, the crooks are Iran/Parliament, the only reason they're saying this is because they know very well the rate is about to change. It's no secret. Saddam is preparing the whole Middle East and all his people for the change this year. Purchasing power is deserved by this country. They have assets that are phenomenal. The non-oil revenues, gold reserves, foreign reserves and other sources of income through taxes and tariffs etc. is going to be phenomenal. The Parliamentary Finance Committee confirmed, on Monday, that it is looking for alternative revenues for oil due to the fluctuations in its prices in global markets that are causing concern, renewing its assurances regarding securing monthly salaries. The head of the committee, Atwan al-Atwani, told Shafaq news agency, Iraq depends on oil to increase revenues, which is considered a basic source of financing the general budget of the Iraqi state, so non-oil revenues must be sought and maximized in the general budget. He added, The financial liquidity is available from the Central Bank of Iraq, and we need 8 trillion dinars to finance employees' salaries monthly. Al-Atwani stressed, "We in the Parliamentary Finance Committee are not reassured by the changes in oil prices and their instability, and we are working to enhance collection and non-oil revenues to finance the Iraqi budget." The Ministry of Finance issued a statement on September 19, denying what has been recently circulated by some figures regarding statements attributed to Finance Minister Taif Sami regarding the ministry's inability to pay employees' salaries in the coming months. The ministry said in a statement, "What is being circulated is completely false, and His Excellency the Minister of Finance has no statement in this regard," stressing the ministry's full commitment to dispersing salaries on their specified dates to employees, retirees, social care, and various security branches, including the salaries of members of the Popular Mobilization Forces, in accordance with the laws and regulations in force. A responsible source in Anbar Governorate revealed, today, Monday, forged transaction files with amounts equivalent to the theft of the century in Anbar.